Okay, seniors, this video is both for my Brit Lit students and for my World Lit students. I just wanted to make sure that both of you, all of you, understood how to go through the Misplaced Modifiers practice for this week. So I'm going to work through it with a student demo account, and you can look at the other video in order to see how to do any other of the assignments that you've got for this week. So from your no red ink screen here, once you've gotten to the screen and logged in, you'll look for Misplaced Modifiers Practice. Now yours is going to be worth 100 points and the due date is different, but it works the same way. There's still 5 topics, so do not wait until the last minute to do this. But click on it. When you do, it'll bring up a screen that looks like this. And if you scroll down a little bit, you'll see all 5 of the topics that you're being asked to work through this week. Starting here with identifying modified words, then you go on to identifying modifiers, and then through these others. Once you've finished all 5 of these, then you have finished the assignment for this week, the practice for this week. Now, I should warn you that it will ask you, you will have to complete at least 7 sentences for each of these sections in order to get through, and that's if you get them all correct. So if you miss some of them, it could take you quite a little while to get through this. So don't wait till the last minute to do this, and you might want to set aside more than one session to do this, because it could take you more than a half an hour to complete this, depending on how well or how poorly you do. So let's go ahead and click on identifying modified words. It'll give you a lesson, so go ahead and click on the lesson. It's how No Red Ink always starts a new practice session. Identifying modifiers. A modifier is any word, clause, or phrase that describes another word, clause, or phrase and makes its meaning more specific. So in this sentence, at the concert, Gary sang loudly. Loudly describes sang, so it is a modifier, and sang is the word that's modified. Modifiers are easiest to understand if they are next to the words that they modify. So this sentence, Marissa, whom I care about very much, missed dance rehearsal last night. This phrase, whom I care about very much, tells you more about Marissa. Lying in Claire's yard, the puppy needed a rest after a long game of fetch. This phrase, lying in Claire's yard, tells you more about the puppy. Maxwell took a huge bite of the pizza on the plate. This phrase, on the plate, tells you more about the pizza. You can hit escape. You should always do those lessons first so you know what you're looking for, and then go ahead and click on practice. Now the practice looks a lot like the questions that you did for the diagnostic, except it leads you through the same type of questions several times before moving on to another type of question. So for all of these questions on this first practice, you are trying to highlight the words modified by the word, clause, or phrase in bold. Okay, so here's the phrase in bold, shrunk in the wash, and you're going to highlight whatever is modified by those words. So shrunk in the wash, Aragorn's sweater looked like it would fit a chihuahua. Shrunk in the wash is modifying Aragorn's sweater. Click on it and submit answer. Yay, level 1 complete. Good job, Mr. Queen. Highlight the words modified by the word, clause, or phrase in bold still. I couldn't believe that the hungry caterpillars ate all the leaves in C3PO's garden. Hungry modifies caterpillars, so click on caterpillars, submit answer. Correct. During ice hockey, Obi-Wan Kenobi skated boldly across the frozen pond. Boldly describes how he skated, so click on skated, submit answer. Level 2 complete. Awesome. To Rosa Diaz's horror, her dog ate the cookies meant for the party. Meant for the party is telling you more about the cookies, so click on the cookies, submit answer. Correct. Terry Jeffords, who missed the first part of the movie, was confused by the abrupt ending. Who missed the first part of the movie that's in bold tells you more about Terry Jeffords. Click, submit answer. Level 3 complete. Awesome. Luke Skywalker spoke fondly of his experience at space camp. What did he do fondly? He spoke fondly. So spoke, submit answer. Correct. William Shakespeare had a certain way of pulling off the most complicated yo-yo tricks. A certain what? A certain way. Click, submit. You did it. And now notice I have achieved mastery of identifying modified words, and now I can begin the next topic. So we click on begin the next topic, and it moves me right into the next step of it. This time, instead of highlighting what the words in bold modify, instead the word in bold, we're going to look for the things that modify it. So Arwen, who gets the hiccups when she's nervous, brought a bottle of water to the spelling bee. So Arwen, who gets the hiccups when she's nervous. Submit answer. Level 1 complete. Now I want you to see what happens when you miss one. I knew my party was going well when I saw Frodo Baggins leading a conga line. Now, leading a conga line, I believe, is the correct phrase here that modifies Frodo Baggins, but I'm going to click on when I saw instead, and it'll show you what happens. Not quite. And now notice how this has changed up here. The progress bar that was just turning green, now it wants me to get 3 in a row of this same type of question before it will let me continue on. And don't forget that you can see hints here, and if you do, it just takes you back to this again. So make sure that you unclick that so that it's not highlighted anymore before you pick the right answer. Click leading a conga line and hit submit answer and correct. Now get one right without a hint. Chewing on the caramel apple, Yoda knew his dentist wouldn't be happy. What's modifying Yoda? Chewing on the caramel apple. Correct, that's one. Sweating profusely, Han Solo drove straight into the pool. Sweating profusely. That's two. Darth Vader needs to bake quickly if he wants to win the award for best breakfast. Bake what? Quickly. That's three. And now it will let me go ahead and continue through. Eowyn received a letter written in code. What kind of letter was it? A letter written in code. And now you can see it's starting the progress bar, and it will continue on until you finish it, and then you will move into the next section. So once you finish identifying modifiers, it will move you into interpreting misplaced modifiers, and when you finish that, into interpreting dangling modifiers, and when you finish that, into correcting misplaced modifier errors 1, and then you will be finished with this practice session. So again, all that work that I just did, I only finished 26%. So make sure that you work through this in a timely fashion so that you do not wind up finishing it too late. Okay? If you have any problems working through this, let me know. If you don't understand something about misplaced modifiers, let me know. I don't know that you don't understand it unless you let me know that you don't understand it. So make sure to drop me an email at will.queen@wcsga.net before 8 o'clock in the evening, please, if you need some help with one of these assignments. I'll see you soon. And don't forget to check out the other video for help on your other assignments.